Jerry.
I just been watching a movie on YouTube, and we've just been at dinner at Jerry and Elizabeth, and he was talking to me about this pastor which has been looking into ELEnin and all the controversy about it, and he gave me a piece of paper, and he talked about that September 2011, between the 5th and the 6th there will be earthquakes, and you bet there was a lot of earthquakes taking place that day, big ones. On the 11th it will appear like we have a second sun. On the 20th World War III will emerge, and between the 26th and the 27th there will be 3 days of darkness. October 11th, October 2011, on the 17th, closest to Earth, and 28th, the actual last day of the Mayan calendar. And that's what I've been saying to you for a very long time now, that I woke up in the morning with that number in my head. Why, I don't know, but that might be it. And then we go to November 2011, and here there will be from the 2nd to the 7th meteor strikes. So, meteor strikes, ouch. Well, this guy, there's a link underneath here, he goes up and he wants to know about ELEnin from NASA. So he types in ELEnin site for eventual page, and of course related to nasa.gov. And he goes in, and hopefully it will search. It is searching now, and there it shows up. Oh, that was a mistake. 2 seconds. ELEnin. It didn't take any of that in. I wonder why. Oh, that's why. Okay, now it should be there. Okay, let's do it again. This time it's spelled correctly. Search. And I choose this one down here. That was my first coming attraction, I was thinking, and yeah, it has definitely something to do with ELEnin. Of course it has. But that's not the one I want to look at actually. I want to look at the other one here. This one called 11133 GCN. I click on that one. That's what he does too. And this shows up. And the title says GCN circular number 11133. Subject is GRB, some numbers and some more optical observations, and date is what does it say there? Is that the year 2010, August 22nd? Yeah, I believe so. And it is about Leonid ELEnin. And here is his email, in case someone don't have it. Ask him why he don't look like the same on TV as he does in the pictures. That's questionable. But nevertheless, this relates to the comet ELEnin, obviously. Here's a picture. Let's see what that brings about. I don't know. I just saw it. So let's take a new. Well, that can be today, you know. Let's just strike this one. We don't need to see that. We've seen it a million times. Okay, let's load this picture and see what that is. Okay, this is ELEnin. And I don't know which one is the object. I could imagine it's that one in the crosshair there. And there again. I don't know if these pictures relate to distances of 22,000,053 miles, and then a smaller number, and yet a smaller number, and as you see in the pictures here, they appear clearer and clearer. This object they're following with the crosshair. So this got to be ELEnin. The real pictures of it, I guess. But let's go back to this one. And then he does another thing. He copied this one, and then he put it over here. Paste. I believe that was what he did. Yeah, pretty sure. And then we do this. Okay. We got one here. The first one, top one. We got that one relates to the same number. This is the same page. We just spin it. Just to illustrate that, let's open it again, because I left it. And let's see if it's the same document. Should be. Yeah. It is consistent. And let's just jump back to the other one where we came from, and let's click on it. And what he showed me here was what I was talking about, that I'm more susceptible to think we will have impact. I think the movie Deep Impact is indeed telling us something. And now it seems like that ELEnin has split up in two. In the movie Deep Impact, the comet splits up in two due to human intervention. Question is, this secret rocket launch that NASA had recently, is that an attack on ELEnin to push it out of the way, just like in the movie? But X marks the spot. This is where it ends up. It looks like we're going to have an impact in the North Pacific Ocean. This is Kamchatka, Russia, and of course Alaska, you know this area. And this will destroy, finally, Japan. And it will destroy the entire west coast. It will be 6 hours after impact. You better be out of there, if this is really what it is. X marks the spot. Worst is, when we go in and look closer, if this is dead center, this one will reach the abyss, but it will also hit bedrock. If it hits only abyss, we will talk about some serious tsunamis, but in this case we will talk about debris in the atmosphere. Maybe this relates to what is talked about, that it will rain fire from the heaven, that the bedrock is being flung out into space and re-entering because of the impact. Or it could be a glance, because it's supposed to be coming from below, meaning it's coming up in a very steep angle. No, very, what do you call that? Flat? Yeah, it's coming in very flat, shallow. Could that flip the Earth? Possibly. Maybe this will generate a coming pole shift. It's coming in very shallow, in a very low angle, if it's coming from below. Or is it coming from below? Can we trust JLP? Well, JPL? Well, they are part of NASA, are they not? I don't trust them. I don't trust any of them. So this worries me. But this don't correlate with what the vague Nostradamus was talking about. He was talking about an asteroid impact in the Atlantic outside Africa. Well, November 2011, I just said to you, between the 2nd and the 7th, meteor strikes. That could be the Atlantic. But let's go back to this actual document, because this is where it all originated from. This really worries me. If this is just like in the movie Deep Impact, you need to get away from the coast. At least 500 miles inland. At least. You will not save minimum that. It depends on the terrain, but it would be smartest just to be in a good position. Let's get as far as you can. Let's go back to the document and see what it says further. We continue observations of the swift GRB 1008-14A Bergmore ETL CGN 11-086 with 0.45 meter telescope of ISON NM Observatory on August 20th at 8:42. August 21. Another observation. The afterglow shape is well detected on stacked images. Look at that. Did they really do that? What rocket was it NASA just sent up? They sent up a secret rocket. They did not speak about what they sent up. So let's paste that in again. Oh, it's not that one. Oh, we gotta see that. Let's go back and get this picture up again. Copy. Let's just take it to there. Here it is. This is the picture spoken about. Bless you, love.
Sorry.
Well, we just been sick. I took 2 days. Finished. Well, I'm recovering now. Feel better, but this don't make me feel better. I honestly don't know what to conclude on this. What really, really worries me is that one. That really bothers me. What the heck? Come on, this can't be right. Have you seen this? Okay, now it's decided to go over there. Thank you. X marks the spot. Right there. Depending on the size, it's supposed to be some 4 kilometers wide. That is some 2.5, 2.6 miles. If it's broken up in two, and we put it over on the movie Deep Impact, then we have the little brother, Biederman, coming in. And that's roughly 1 mile. This is an ELE if that one is a hit. Gotta be honest to you to say that. We're talking a 1 kilometer wide stone. 1.5 kilometers. 1 mile wide. This is an extinction level event. There's no question about that. Brace yourself if this is impact. Brace yourself. The whole world will feel this. All of us. We will feel the ground shake on us. No wrapping in cotton and wool here. Everyone on the planet will have the effect of this. if this is an impact. None escapes. And that makes sense why Obama is in Denver in that period. It makes sense why all the ambassadors was called home on emergency. It makes sense why NASA goes out and warning their own family of 90,000 employees. It makes perfect sense. It makes sense why the military is regrouping. It makes sense why the military is conducting drills in people management by creating storms so they can go in and practice their final skills after a disaster. And now the command line is also broken down. FEMA, NORTHCOM, and National Guard is now one unit. One unit, you heard me. The guy who's supposed to protect us is now part of what is against us. This is not good. They think they're doing a good deed. They have no idea what they get themselves into. And they ain't gonna warn us about this. But they know. They've been building bunkers for a long time. Food storage in Norway and Svalbard. Seed storage. Everything, all of value is moved away from the coastlines, deep inland. It really makes sense, and they're crashing the economy at the same time to make us even more distracted. Maybe this is it, just like in the movie. This might be it. This is the one that will bring in a new world order. New world. I assure you, if this is an impact, it will be a new world. Surely it will. And it also explains the multitude of people that suddenly appears at the throne of God. That makes perfect sense. We're looking at 1 billion people wiped out in less than 8 hours. If this is impact, it's hitting on the abyss. It will create a tidal wave of at least 1,000 feet. It looks like it's hitting bedrock too. Nuclear winter. No sunlight. And there you have it. Famine. Pestilences. I don't know. But this worries me. Why does it end up with this? It doesn't look like a blacked out object, right? Just like the star picture Orion. This clearly marks that something is here. Keep looking up. No matter what, keep your eyes on that sky and see what's going on. And it makes sense why they're chemtrailing so heavy also now. Maybe ELEnin did take another course, and maybe a fragment of it will appear like we have a second sun. I don't know. You'll have to see. Be ready. Well, I just realized something. It does say /Mars. But anyway, if you go in and click on the moon, for that matter, EX is showing up on the moon. So I don't know what reference it can give to, but anyway, the number leads to ELEnin. So sorry, I was up early this morning. Have to get up early again, but we see all the truth movements. We see all the disasters raining down on us. Maybe something else is out there too, like Nibiru as we call it. Maybe there is really something out there. Or maybe it's just a big lie. Or maybe it's all man-made. They're creating all the problems. They're just pinning it on something else, so we don't look in the right place. It could be right in front of us. I'm not so sure about that HARP is a direct earthquake machine. I'm much more leaning towards CERN is the culprit. I think that one is capable of delivering a much more powerful punch at the Earth's crust by shooting through the Earth, straight over, and hitting underneath, and that will give a big bump in the other end, and that's on the surface. Its energy transformed instantly, and when it wanders through the molten magma, it ain't running anywhere. It runs like a tsunami. And yet, they can pinpoint. I'm not so sure about HARP is involved in all this. Maybe HARP is really to, try to protect Earth against what's coming, creating a plasma shield. Don't know. But we see stock market is beginning to crash. We see CEOs is leaving their post without notice. Military personnel leaving the East Coast without saying anything. Maybe something will hit the Atlantic Ocean. Maybe a tsunami there too because of a volcano by the Azores or La Palma. There's a lot of indications that something is on the rise. There's a lot of fingers pointing towards something is not right here. But what is it? All of it, I would say, is not right. But what is it that creates all this which is not right? Is it an incoming missile from space? Could be. It might just be the truth they're actually showing us in the movie Deep Impact. It could actually be the entire truth. Remember, it's a black president. Remember which journalist, what is her name? Sawyer, the blonde woman. There's also a blonde woman in the movie Deep Impact following. So we can't conclude anything for certain, but I would still say it's better to be prepared for the worst and hope for the best. Because if you are prepared for the worst, it won't shock you that much. And I showed you in the latest upload, not about the moon, but about ELEnin, these modern day prophecies, and one of them is very distinct, pointing towards the United States, and it's also pointing towards a comet, before the comet and after the comet. And there's also Conan Doyle, which is talking about sudden destruction, and the loss of human life will be beyond belief. An asteroid strike, or comet strike if you like, in the oceans like that, well, it will be all coastlines lying in the Pacific which will be affected by this. All of them. And the atmosphere. It could be X marks the spot for Earth. Pacific Ocean impact. Maybe a later impact in November. Or maybe this impact is coming in more smaller impact. One big one and then some smaller ones. But the funny thing is, even though that Edgar Cayce is talking about that there will be a shifting of the poles, well, shifting of the poles don't mean that it's a crustal shift. It could actually just mean a magnetic flip. That's very possible. But it could also be, of course, crustal flip. And the part there where the X marks the spot on Google Earth here, that could be the new North Pole. I don't know. There's a lot of unanswered questions out there. A lot. Yeah, you're looking at a chicken that understands just as much. I'm just trying to piece it together. And there's too much that points towards something very, very significant is about to happen. It's going to be something that the entire world will, they will accept the solution to that problem that suddenly appeared. What is that problem? Is it cosmic? It could very well be. And then they draw the alien card. They are here to help us. But there's a little catch. They want you chipped, you know. They want to give you a mark to make sure that you comply to their laws, meaning your free will. Bye-bye. Meaning the rest of you. Bye-bye. You can't get it off again. It is a one-timer and it's done. It's called transhumanism. It's going to change your DNA. It's going to change you into a zombie that just do what's told. You can do that. They are doing it. Through your foods. Through your drinking water. Through the air. A lot of stuff is going on. And it's really taking speed. But it is very peculiar that Obama, on the very day he's in Denver, very, very close to a safe area for him, just in case that continuation of the government has to be underground. It might very well be like that. Let's see. Let's see what unfolds. But keep your eyes on that sky. Don't bother record it if you see it. The internet will be down before you get it posted. Count on it. There'll be a shutdown. There'll be a major event. Nothing will work for a while. Nothing. Brace yourself. Something is on the horizon. Something big. That I'm sure of. God bless you.